look at high school football scores and highlights from across the valley with Mo Carter and Hannah Oliveto. This is First Down Friday night on WZDX. Sponsored by Northeast Alabama Community College and Bojangles Famous Chicken and Biscuits.
Welcome into First Down Friday night. We are in week 2, and it's an exciting one, Mo.
Absolutely. It's rivalry week. This is the week you look forward to, especially during the summer, because you want to beat down your bitter arch rival to a pulp and have a W at the end of the night.
We had some of those tonight.
Yes, we did. So let's take you out to all the action. We'll start off tonight at Sparkman High School. They took on Buckhorn. And guess what, Hannah? The crowd was loving the band's renditions of Bruno Mars during halftime. If you don't believe me, look at the student section cheering for the band, not the football team. Now let's actually get to some action here. You never want to be in this situation like Buckhorn's quarterback was. William Stiles has the ball, goes over his head. They eventually have to punt. So now Sparkman in business. Former First Down Friday night MVP Devin Kimbrough going to work. First of all, he finds Skylar Pitts, and Pitts picks up a great block and gets out of bounds for a first down. Then it's Kimbrough again, connecting with Nathan Gunn. And this guy is fun because he makes great catches like this on the sidelines. That's an NFL catch 2 feet in bounds. Eventually, Gunn is fun again because he is able to get a connection actually from Devin Kimbrough. Here it comes right here across the middle, wide open, touchdown Sparkman. They're up 30-10 at that point, and Sparkman goes on to win by a final score of 36-10 over Buckhorn. Next week, Sparkman will take on Bob Jones, while Buckhorn will take on Huntsville. All right, now let's take you out to Athens. They were playing host to Hartselle tonight. Hartselle coming off a 40-0 victory against Florence County. Early in the first, Hartselle's Keandre swoops it to the house, putting the Tigers up 6-0. Later, Luke Gotzi throws it to Riley Wood, and Wood shakes off a tackle, and he is gone. Number one, gonna have some fun once he gets there to the end zone. 14-0, just like that. Hartselle on top. Now let's go to the second quarter. Now Luke Gotzi tosses it to Taylor Esterling, and Esterling walking it into the end zone. These guys are making it look so easy, Hannah, tonight. But a couple of minutes before the half, Keandre Jones of Athens catches the punt, and number 2 is gone. He chucks up the deuces as he's on his way to the end zone for a touchdown. 80 yards on that Golden Eagles touchdown. However, that was the only score for them tonight. Let's check out your finals. Hartselle goes on to beat Athens by a final score of 35-7. Hartselle will take on Florence next week. Athens will take on Muscle Shoals.
James Clemens is taking on its crosstown rival Bob Jones in the Madison Bowl tonight. The Jets are trying to do something they've never done before, and that's win this game. Bob Jones owns a 5-0 series lead. Thanks for the shout out, guys. In the first, Bob Jones out of the gate with a huge return off the punt. Cameron Cassidy takes it to the house, and just like that, the Jets are up by 7, Mo.
Could this be the Jets' year?
I don't know. Later, Bob Jones on the move. Cade Rose to Marion Brown. He gives them great field position, setting up this 1-yard touchdown from Isaiah Hatchett. But the point after here is no good. So it's 7-6 at the end of the first. In the second, Rose finds DeMontrez Brown.
Troy commit.
Yep, and he takes it in for the touchdown there. And the Patriots go on to win this one 40-14. Next week, James Clemens is at Gadsden City, and Bob Jones hosts Sparkman.
The Jets still looking for that first victory in the series against the Patriots.
It's been a tough start for them for sure. To West Limestone at Priceville, both teams are coming off losses in week 1, so they want to turn things around. West Limestone leads 7-0 in the second. Graham Pepper on the move, and he goes long and finds Levi McCormick. But a flag comes out, and the penalty is against the Wildcats. They're going for it here on 3rd and long, but Pepper is forced to throw it away. The Bulldogs get the ball back, but can't do anything with it, so they are punting, but the snap is low.
Oh, no.
You never want that to happen. Will Duggar can't recover it, but Jesse Rose does. He falls on it for the touchdown. At halftime, West Limestone leads 14-0, and they go on to win 27-3. West Limestone is at Rogers next week, and Priceville is at Central High.
All right, everyone, you know we are on social media at Mo Carter WZDX and at Hannah WZDX. Hit us up on Twitter. You might read one of your shout-outs later on in the evening. Now we're just getting started here on First Down Friday night. When we return, we head to Decatur for another big rivalry. It's the Red Raiders, it's the Black Bears. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
First Down Friday Night is sponsored in part by Bojangles' famous chicken and biscuits.
Welcome back. It's time for our Spirit of the Week, but my teammate left me.
Wait. I'm here. Sorry, Hannah.
About time.
Exactly. I was really hungry. I wanted to get some Bojangles chicken strips, but guess what? The only thing I found was this empty box. So apparently the people at Bojangles fed us very well tonight. But another good thing with Bojangles, they are the official sponsor for our Spirit of the Week. So let's just jump into it, right, Hannah?
Yep, it's going out to Bob Jones tonight.
All right, the Bob Jones Band is under the leadership of Lee Thompson. He is bringing back classic rock to the gridiron for this season. The band has over 160 members and is going to have to learn how to play some Christmas classic Hawaiian music when they head out to the Hawaiian Islands in December. Sounds really nice. They'll take part in a memorial parade in Honolulu. They're also looking forward to taking top marks again at the Henderson Band competition in Nashville, and that's coming up soon. They picked up a bunch of gift cards from our Spirit of the Week sponsor, Bojangles. Hannah, let's send it to you.
The Austin Black Bears are taking on Decatur. Now, Austin is the top-ranked school in 6A in this River City rivalry. Last year, the Red Raiders lost this game in triple overtime. This year, there are 4 assistant coaches going against the team they played for. 3 former Black Bears are now coaching at Decatur, and former Red Raider and Auburn Tiger Gerard Powers is a volunteer coach tonight for Austin. Decatur receiving the opening kickoff, but the ball is stripped from Jacoby Chapman, and Austin recovers with great field position. A few plays later, the ball is snapped to Asa Martin, and he hands it off to Antonio Robinson, who takes it into the end zone.
Best backfield duo in the Valley.
They really are. Still in the first, Austin on the move. Paxton Montgomery hands it off to Robinson, and he breaks away after a few missed tackles. And just like that, they lead 14-0. Robinson and Martin are having a great season for Austin. We'll have more on them later. The score at halftime is still 14-0, but Austin shuts out Decatur tonight, winning 49-0. Next week, Decatur is at Columbia, and Austin hosts Hazel Green. To Lee hosting Russellville tonight, the Generals are coming off an overtime win over Grissom, and Russellville lost to Deschler last week. The Golden Tigers won this game by 3 points last season. This year, it's a runaway game. We start in the second, and Lee is already up 25-0, but the Generals don't stop there before the half. Christopher Reed right there goes in for the touchdown, and it's 32-0 going into halftime. Coach keeping his guys composed on defense. And on 4th down, Luke Barnwell throws it to Kalen Bragwell, but he is taken down in a hurry, and Lee goes on to win this one 45-0. Next week, Russellville hosts Lawrence County, and Lee is at Brooks.
Coach Kelvis White and the May Jemison Jaguars are rolling with a new option offense this year, and so far, no one can stop them. Last night, they looked to go 3-0 against East Limestone. Milton Frank Stadium was the site of the game, but it was also the site of a homecoming proposal. Chris Rosencrantz came up with a nice idea to ask Ayanna McDowell to the homecoming dance, and if you're wondering, she did say yes.
Aww.
Now on to the game. Jemison up 14-0 with East Limestone's Andrew Paris scrambling for his life and tries to throw up a prayer, and unfortunately he finds Keandre Gregory. Gregory prays for he plays for May Jemison. He's taking it back to the house for a 40-yard pick six, 21-0 at the half. Let's go to the third quarter now. Jemison running that option. Divine BB on the option here. He takes the pitch, and Hannah, he is rolling. I heard this guy runs like a 4.6 40, but he gets tripped up inside the 10-yard line. But that's okay. His teammate Mitchell Smiley says, "I got your back, dude," as he walks into the end zone easily. As May Jemison runs away with this one, they roll to a 35-0 shutout victory over East Limestone. Next week, East Limestone will host Ardmore. May Jemison will take on St. John Paul. All right, everyone, let's take you up to Ardmore as they were hosting Brooks. And shout out to the Ardmore band wearing those very nice and new band uniforms. I was told by the band parents that that was the case there. We'll pick things up in the first. Lions up 7-0. Noah Turnerfield takes the Rocket, scores from 7 yards out. Lions on top 13-0 after the extra point was blocked. In the second quarter, Brooks looking for more. Chris Spurgeon, the quarterback, rolling out, looking for a man, throws it to the end zone, but he's picked off by Anthony Taylor, who should have not came out of the end zone. He would have gotten the ball at the 20-yard line eventually, though he's tackled not around the 20-yard line. But unfortunately, the tide turns for Ardmore a few plays later. Their quarterback, Noah Barnett, steps back to pass, and he's picked off. And Stephen Darwin says, "Get out of my way," at the goal line as he gets into the end zone for a pick six. Let's check out your final score here as Brooks goes on to win in shutout fashion by a final score of 48-0. As we mentioned, Brooks will take on Lee next week. It'll be Ardmore and East Limestone going at it as well.
We have to take a quick break. When we come back, we continue with Grissom at Huntsville and our first down Friday night MVP. Stay with us.
We're the Decatur High cheerleaders, and you're watching First Down Friday Night with Mo and Hannah.
If you've got a score from your favorite team, send it to us right now. Let's get back to the highlights on First Down Friday night on WZDX.
Welcome back. Huntsville and Grissom are facing off tonight. Both of these teams are hoping to turn their programs around this season, Mo.
Absolutely, Hannah. This is one of the city's biggest rivalries, and of course, they're under new head coaches. Mark Fleetwood, he's with the Panthers, and Chip English, he's with the Grissom Tigers. So let's take you out to Milton Frank Stadium for all the action tonight. And yes, this thing was action-packed between these two inner-city rivals. We will pick things up, and it's going to be Grissom actually here as their running back Dantzler takes it to the house, 25 yards for a score, and all of a sudden, hey, we've got a 7-3 ball game as Grissom is on top. Now, later on in the second, Caleb Peach, the quarterback, he is going deep, and guess who he's looking for, Hannah? It's Dantzler once again showing his receiving skills right there, picking up a huge gain, and that eventually will set up this. Watch Grissom run this play action fake to perfection to where Donovan Brown is so wide open. I'm glad he caught that.
Around him.
Exactly. I'm really glad he caught that. 14-3 at that point. Let's check out your final score as it is Grissom that goes on to win by a final of 21-9. Don't look now. Grissom's got 2 victories on the season.
Randolph is hosting Westminster Christian. The Raiders are coming off a blowout win over New Hope, and it's a special night there. It's senior night. In the first quarter, I know, that's what I said. Jeffrey Copeland here trying to get the Raiders on the board first. He keeps it and takes it to the 2-yard line just short of the end zone. And on the next play, Van Dodgen takes it in there for the easy touchdown. It's 7-0 Raiders. Later, Ian Thies trying to bring his team back to life, and he goes long, and Michael Parker makes the but the drive there would stall. Nick Flanagan not happy about that, and Randolph goes on to win 14-7. Westminster will host DAR next week, and Randolph will play at Madison Academy.
Okay, not a bad win for them there tonight. Let's see how things go moving forward, but you got to get that rivalry victory like they did tonight.
You definitely do.
All right, let's take you out to the western part of the viewing area. Big rivalry. It's Florence, it's Muscle Shoals, and we couldn't miss out on this one. Brawley Stadium was the location for this game early on. In the first quarter, we're scoreless till Terrell McDonald finds Jarellis Owens for a Trojans touchdown. 7-0 Muscle Shoals. Florence trying to go up top now. Kadarius Thompson, he's out there, but he can't haul in the pass from Bradley Doran. Tough break right there. They're forced to punt. Later on, the Trojans back in business again. Carlos Davis takes it up the gut, and he is gone. I like this number 6 for 6. 14-0 at that point. Muscle Shoals in control of this game early on, and they go on to win by a final of 47-29. Florence will take on Hartselle next week, while Muscle Shoals will take on Athens. Let's take a look at some other scores from around the way. You got Guntersville beating Boaz and Lawrence County defeating St. John Paul.
And North Jackson beats DAR by a very close score, 26-24. And Madison County beats Hatton 45-6.
Some other scores to tell you about. Deschler, they beat Central 20-7, and Sardis narrowly beats Madison Academy 18-17. I can call that a mild upset right there.
And West Morgan loses to Lauderdale County 21-15, and Colbert Heights beats Clemens 17-14. It's time for our First Down Friday Night MVP. Each week we will highlight one of the best performances from a Tennessee Valley player, or players in this case, Mo.
Absolutely. Last week, the Austin Black Bears ground attack was dominant in their victory over Bob Jones. But not one, but two Black Bear running backs played a major role in that victory.
Austin senior and Auburn commit Asa Martin got the party started with a quick score, and Antonio Robinson followed suit in the second to make it 14-0. By halftime, the Black Bears led 27-0, and they ran away with it after that. Literally, Robinson took the ball 74 yards for a touchdown, and Martin had his own long run to widen the lead. By the end of the night, the Austin duo combined for 363 rushing yards and scored 6 touchdowns against the Patriots. And for their efforts, they are our First Down Friday Night co-MVPs. Martin and Robinson enjoy having each other on the field.
Usually when you go to high schools, you only have, one legit player, but now you got 2 legit Division I running backs in the backfield. I don't have to carry the load all the time. So, having him is a big option. We can go with different personnel and line him up in the backfield and stuff like that. So it's a big blessing for me.
It's just him being here makes me go harder, want to, me just getting better, competing with him and everything, pushing me harder to work harder.
It gives defenses a lot to worry about, and and we're glad to have them on our side, not having to try to defend them. They're great kids as well. They're great young men. They're great teammates.
Man, after seeing their highlights tonight, they could have easily been the players of the week as well for this upcoming week. Now, look, if you know an athlete that is deserving of our First Down Friday Night MVP award, just email us, firstdownmvp@rocketcitynow.com, with the player's name, school, position, and what's the key word, Hannah?
Stats.
There you go.
Gotta have those stats.
From the last game, and the winner will be announced on Wednesday night right here on WZDX. Now, our show is almost over. When we come back, we'll take a look at the big collegiate games that are happening tomorrow, including a battle of Tigers. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
It's Friday night, and the action is right here on WZDX. First Down Friday Night.
Welcome back to the show. It's time to switch it up and get to some college action.
Let's take it to the college gridiron. The biggest game for us tomorrow happens in South Carolina when Auburn takes on Clemson. Now, of course, last year the Clemson Tigers needed all 60 minutes to beat Auburn, but in 2017 the venue is different, but expect the action to remain intense. In the 5 games played in the last 10 years, the average margin of victory has been less than a touchdown. A win for either team will look good on that postseason resume.
Just a very experienced group, understand their scheme, play hard, well coached, and looking at last year, it was a very, very competitive game, and expect the same this year. So excited about competing against a great opponent in Auburn, and really looking forward to a night game in the Valley.
We're playing on their home field, one of the toughest places to play in college football. It'll really be a good measuring stick of where we're at from a team standpoint, and that's kind of my message to our team.
Alabama is getting ready for its first home game since the Iron Bowl. The team is happy to be playing back in Tuscaloosa. Fresno State will be a good opportunity for younger Alabama players to show what they can do. 4 linebackers went down with injuries, some just minor, in the Tides game against FSU, so that will be one area to look out for tomorrow.
All right, for the second week in a row, Alabama A&M is playing on national television, this time against Vanderbilt on the SEC Network. During SEC Media Days, Derek Mason explained why it was essential for he and his squad to play the Bulldogs, because they understand what it takes to be at an historically black colleges and how it's going to help them financially. Of course, Mason earned a lot of respect from A&M head coach James Spady.
Jacksonville State is getting ready to play Georgia Tech. The Gamecocks know they have a tough game ahead of them watching the Yellow Jackets play against Tennessee. Head coach Don Gross is impressed with what he saw, and his key for success is to keep his offense on the field as long as possible tomorrow so his defense doesn't get worn out.
Let's take a look at tomorrow's schedule now. It'll be Auburn and Clemson at 6 p.m. on ESPN, Alabama, Fresno State at 2:30, A&M and Vanderbilt at 3, and wake up early in the morning to watch Jacksonville State take on Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech over in Atlanta. All right, everyone, we're just about out of time. For Hannah Oliveto, I'm Mo Carter. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next week.